still feel tired. But that's all right. We have ways to deal with that.
Yeah, I still got to do a little bit of shopping for Secret Santa and the gifts for kids and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I told my brother that his order wasn't coming in, and I didn't actually order anything because he wasn't going to be there on Christmas, so now I have to get him. We're not going to talk about that too much because people might hear us because I think he might be here.
I got a wonderful new cast iron pan. I'm pretty happy about Christmas.
Yeah, if you're in the game, you can see the corpses of most of the stuff we fought since we left the bar.
I was rather convinced Giga Gorilla was going to kill me.
So
With good reason.
The big dice icons on the map.
Oh,
They were literally playing dice.
Animals were playing a dice game before we interrupted them by murder.
By showering them with fireballs.
God.
Yes. Actually, we blew up a outhouse that a bear was using at the time, and he was so terrified by what was going on, he just ran.
2 experience points for the outhouse kill.
Fireball. I cast fireball.
I cast
Fireball solves
fireball.
everything.
I fireball the outhouse. Is it dead? How much experience do I get? I fireball it again.
I cast fireball on Jamie. You kill the changeling that's been following you for weeks.
Oh, I snapped out of it! Don't kill me!
Hey, wait. I need to ask the elf woman something. What was the final riddle on the door? You know, there's one final door. It said something about something.
Oh, by the way, what was in that bag I got?
Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. So I was on the way back here. I was like trying to plan like how tonight was going to go, and I figured you guys do deserve a little bit of bookkeeping.
It's bees.
It is bees. Bees for everyone. Merry Beemas.
Happy
Bees that
hunting.
fire beams.
All right, I think it's everybody lined up. Okay.
Now you're missing Falcon.
I'm on the bridge!
Oh, you are very small. I'll put the small people together. There we go.
That's racist.
No, it's sizes. Jesus Christ. All right, let's see here.
Get your bigotry correct there, sir.
That's
Or
right.
man.
I need to be belly right now. All right. Okay. All right. So it's the end of this module. Okay. Sorry, I haven't done this before. It's been a while. All right. Okay. So the first thing we did is we came to the inn. And let's see. So for the inn encounter, let's look up how much. Let's see. An orc war chief is worth 1,100 experience. And there is 30 of you guys. 3, 6, 8.
30 of us. Close.
If you count the rats, maybe?
Yeah, if I count each individual rat.
No, he said there's a 30 war chiefs.
Oh,
that's
okay.
fine.
I don't
Counting the
know.
rats, you got to count the rug they ruined. That's got to be worth something.
Mm. The regular orc is like 100 experience.
It's basically just a guy.
Hey, a guy.
I
Little
don't think he
stronger,
even got
little
to do
dumber.
anything.
All right,
No,
let's
he
see.
was vaporized pretty quickly.
So don't touch your character sheets. I'm just sort of Belly's just sort of talking right now. So for just the monsters, you guys got 237 experience. And so then, when I think about experience for coming up with who the mysterious patron in the bar was, that was going to be your ally in the bar. You guys chose a normal dog, so that's minus 30 experience.
I'll take that hit.
That wasn't my doing, by the way.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
I
that
hear
was
this.
me.
Literally. Okay, and so then when it comes to trying to figure out what you guys were doing, your answer of catnip minus 50 experience. And then when your choice of who the wizard was, and you said a cat, minus 50 experience.
What? We didn't say anything about a cat.
No, CT picked a cat when I asked what was running up to the bar.
Oh.
This was his fault.
Wow, okay, I didn't remember that part.
God damn it! All this nonsense trying to talk to that animal was his fault.
Man, if this keeps up, we're gonna have to go down levels.
Yeah, actually, each of you de-level yourself one. There is actually something that can like remove experience from you guys, but it explicitly states the characters cannot be de-leveled by this. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the point?
You're just
I
that
curse
much
you,
further
Taryn,
away
and
from
your
a new
non-existent
level.
prodigy.
Well, then you won't lose spell slots and stuff like that.
No, it must punish the players. We hate them. No. So for the tavern section, each of you guys can go ahead and let's see. Let me pick out who's not here. It's just Thor's. Pretty sure. So each of you guys can go ahead and add 500 experience.
I'm a sucker for actually adding up everything you were listing.
Yeah, I mean, especially because you weren't listening to the part where I said, "Don't touch your character sheets." I'm just
I'm
going
doing
to
it in the calculator app, not with our character sheet.
Sure. Got a lot of this guy. Minus 50 experience for Durgan. And Durgan's sitting there like, I'm getting minus 20 experience. How am I supposed to do this?
Still ahead, but you actually said
Were
you're
we
getting
not supposed
500.
to have this experience just now?
No. Durgan was saying like he was tallying it up like as I was talking.
Oh.
So you guys can go ahead and add 500, and I just added it for Thor's. And then the next segment was getting here. So let's see here. What's a giant gorilla? Because that's the baseline. Giant ape. The grape ape.
More like the rape ape.
Grape ape. And then what else? 2 giant badgers and a bear. I think giant badgers are 2 there. But every snow's a gold.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Be right back.
Everybody gets 12 experience for the badgers. Let's see. Oh, and there's a bear. I'm pretty sure it's just a brown bear. Nothing too crazy. Okay, and so for the tower, the first fight against just the NPCs, everyone can add 400 experience. So it was 500 for the tavern, 400 for the outside fight against the Giga Gorilla, 2 badgers, and a bear. Then for the second encounter, as soon as this adventure loads. I didn't realize how high level Giga Gorilla level was compared to the other stuff. So for just purely combat experience for the second encounter, which was the Bed Dragon Wormling, is this ferocious beast right here. The Wizard, Noke, and the Gibbering Mouther, also Nook. Everyone go ahead and add for that one 251 experience. And then, for completing the adventure, and for general roleplay, I should say, in terms of the overall outcome of what happened, everyone can go ahead and add, on top of what we have already added, another 400 experience. Now I understand how Narissa feels when he watches a video I link, having now watched the one Durgan sings. So then, just borrow some people. Hello. All right. So then, you guys, since you were actually here for the entire encounter and for everything, with I'll say combined roleplay, CT, you can remove 600 experience
What?
for making cat jokes.
Okay.
Marissa, as a fellow cat, you can add 8,000 experience. Nothing too crazy.
Hooray!
All right, but yeah, just for being here consistently, and for just being like literally just taking part, I want all of you guys. You guys can go ahead and add an extra 500 experience each.
Yay.
You're like a bear away from getting to the next level.
Oh, well,
I
then
hit
go ahead and
level
remove another
6.
500. You too, Digby. You don't deserve it. I got pull some. All right, I was telling them where all the gold was hidden.
Nice.
So then, on top of that, so there's a couple items. So you can sort of picture how things are going here. As this is sort of like being discussed with Belly, like talking about experience, you have this sort of like strange feeling, kind of like washing over you, as Belly describes it. It's almost like a cumulative feeling of like fatigue, almost washing over you. With each amount of numbers she rolls, you feel your body sort of like a light shiver sort of spread across your skin, like this like slightly waves of tiredness, as if you're suddenly feeling like fatigued. As things have been going, you've been marching, you've been fighting, you've been talking, and you hadn't really felt any effects of like the time passing, with almost an entire day having passed by. But now you feel as if you're slightly more tired, a little bit more worn down than you were before. And as that's sort of happening, like as Belly sort of like discusses specifics of like what's going on, you actually see the world around you kind of as if melting away or shifting, and in places, like as if like when you're moving slightly, like you see like a tree kind of shift to the side, and behind it, rather than more forests, you'd see like a stone wall, the ones you remember when you first met Belly. And the more she begins to talk, the more she discusses what's going around you, the more it seems as if the, how should I say, illusion kind of fades away. More and more gradually, until altogether, you find yourself in the somewhat barren expanse of stone once again, turned as if you had never left. And then the lights sort of seem to snap back on around you, revealing the pallid stone. For those of you who can't see in the dark, suckers.
That should count as a long rest.
Why?
Alright, we've been walking around and doing things. We haven't actually been resting. If anything, we should be exhausted.
Yeah, I was just talking about waves of tiredness washing over you. What are you talking about?
Like reality catching up with us.
It's all psychic damage.
Yeah, actually, yeah, Durgan, you take 87 points of psychic damage.
What are you doing? Just enough to one-shot you.
Convenient. No, I don't think you'd take 87 points.
Just enough. He has less max hit points
About
than
to
me.
say,
Die, creature of the Underdark!
You're being
No,
a
I'm
little
just
gracious.
joking.
But one of the things you notice, as you sort of come back, you see Belly sort of like sitting there, like still discussing numbers, still sort of like crunching it in her head. The cat sort of like motioning its paws together as if it's like counting, and seeming to sort of like lose herself in thought for a moment, giving you a brief respite to sort of catch up with yourself, to be back in the present reality that you find yourself in. But that's when some of you notice a few oddities. You find yourself back in the reality that you knew, back in the chamber, back in Amble's tomb. But some of you feel a little bit more weighed down than you recalled. I believe it was Cassius who had the sword, who had looted the sword.
Yeah, he got that whirlwind sword or whatever.
Mhm.
Cassius, you still feel the sword sitting at your side when you look down to try and find it. And Sky,
Two-headed sword, right?
correct. It is a great sword. You added it to your inventory, Am.
It's
Yeah.
not that great. It's just a good sword.
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna check his inventory right now. If he added it, it's there. Okay, it's there.
You added it.
Yeah, he
No,
had
so
to
I'm
add it
deleting
as
it.
an attack to use it that one time.
A good, great sword.
You never used it. What do you mean?
He did.
No, he didn't.
One time, like for the
He,
whirlwind
he
thing.
just got it. He has literally never used it. Go on, fight me. Tell me when he used it. When what whirlwind attack did he make with it? Exactly. Divvy is like,
Yeah,
well,
it'll come to me in like 2 hours.
No, it won't. This didn't happen. You're lying.
It'll come
But
to me in 2 hours when I scrub through the VODs.
2 hours from now, when CT actually uses it at some point. Yeah. Something to keep in mind, though, CT, for it is that you have to choose to use the whirlwind effect as an action. It does not happen on attack, which means for you, with extra attack, the sword does not function as a regular sword, if you understand what I'm saying.
In other words, I attack, and I use the whirlwind thing. Because
No.
action.
It's almost like casting a spell using the whirlwind greatsword. It's as
so
an
it's
as
like-
an yeah as an action you can attack with the sword, and make another attack against an enemy within 5 feet.
Okay.
That's the specific wording on the description for the item.
It's like you're using the item, not attacking.
Correct. On top of that, Narissa, so you decide to check the pouch that you were given, and you will actually find 2 distinct styles of object inside of the pouch. One of it, the pouch itself, and so you might have to have your inventory ready here for this part. The pouch seems to contain 20 somewhat puffy-looking, what you wouldn't initially recognize, but Albin would recognize to be dinner mints.
Dinner mints.
The only thing that seems strange about them is that every time you sort of like look at them again, it seems as if they've each like shifted a color. Like you'd look in the bag, you'd see like there's like light pastels, pink, green, yellow, blue, nothing too crazy. But when you'd look back, it'd be the same kind of general like assortment of colors: red, green, blue, purple, light yellow, like all the colors that were there. But as if the mints have shifted what color they are. And then the other thing you notice is a strange, very distinct looking fork.
It's the fork of MRE palatability. Makes any MRE edible.
It's far too advanced magic for what we're doing.
I could have used that after Katrina.
It was created from a Trask wish.
Strange fork.
Like a dinner fork or a tuning fork?
I've got a picture coming up.
What about a stabbing fork?
It looks like a strange dinner fork.
So not so good for stabbing.
I mean, yeah, probably not.
So
Good
fork
for
or dinner fork?
stabbing breakfast sausage.
It's the monkey paw fork. Every wish you make, it bends one time.
It can only grant breakfast-based wishes.
With a curse.
It's easy to outsmart it.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. That's the one thing I remember about Monkey's Paw wishes. They were really easy to trick.
Yeah, just like devil contracts.
No. You wish for
Just like devil contracts, super easy to deal with.
wish for anything for breakfast except pork sausage. It'll give you pork sausage.
No, that's not how Monkey Paw wishes work. It would give you like the corpse of your dead child that it cooked. Like that. What are you talking about? Yeah, well, then it would have to give me a pork sausage because I wish for anything but pork sausage.
It gives you the ability to sell a red dragon egg at a severely reduced price.
I have offered to rob him on multiple occasions, and no one wants to take me up on it.
Half of us don't even know who that is.
Yeah, maybe the
Oh,
monkey's
shit!
paw would just take pity on Tala.
That's a great
Yeah,
point.
you're right. The monkey's paw is like, oh, this. Oh.
No,
I can't do anything here, so.
No one knows who this guy is anymore, which is good. I can recruit people to rob him. Guess what we're doing when we get back to town?
There you go, Nerissa. That's what it looks like.
That thing is wicked scary.
Yeah, it certainly looks fancy.
Turns out it's a wand. It turn you into whatever you try to eat with it.
I cast eat soup.
It allows the food. It allows the food you're eating to taste you. See the tongue?
See the teeth in the tines?
Not even magical, probably. It just looks funny.
I'm at soup.
Well, be right back.
So part
Alright.
of it, Nerissa, is that as you're sort of like looking over the objects, you kind of get an idea, as if you feel like this kind of like warm sensation. As if something is like pouring on the back of your mind, and so you sort of like reach back and sort of like brush like the back of your head as if like you feel something washing against you. And you sort of have an innate sense of what these objects do.
I'm looking at third level spells that have attack rolls, but there's not a lot of them actually.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Ilthus is in the other channel telling Nerissa about the items that he got out of the bag.
Hey, bog person, lizard person. Could you be interested in a caper when we get back to town?
I like capers, they go good with soup.
Jolly good. I have a perfect target.
No, they
Perfect
go good
target
with
for
soup, not
what?
targets.
What are
You have
planning
caper
on
with
doing?
sandwiches? It's good.
Hey, Paladin, I hear there's some evil cult in the sewers. You should go slog through it immediately.
There'd have to be more proof than the word of a drow.
Well, I, above all else, know what's going on underground. So you should trust my word even more.
If it were the Underdark, I might believe you, but the random city sewers. So you do smell like you just came from one.
Don't you know? The city sewers in Majaya connect to the Underdark. That's how the cultists got it.
No, that doesn't sound like something any city builder would do.
They could have
If that
tunneled
were-
there.
If that were the case, that would have been dealt with. We would have heard about it in Mashaya.
What if it was created by the Thieves Guild?
Oh, which do you think I should take? Because I just barely leveled up. Because I got access to third level spells, and I'm bouncing between either Summon Lesser Demons or Hypnotic Pattern.
Summon lesser
Fireball.
demons all the way. Actually, no, fireball.
Fireball.
Fireball. That
Fireball
takes
That
care of
solves
everything.
everything.
I don't get Fireball.
But choose
What's-
fireball.
Then what's the point of living?
The point of living is to fire 5 Eldritch Blast Beams from a mile away.
I guess I didn't really have to. I don't know why I always do that. I could have just because now okay, Norse, now you can tell everybody what you know. If you want to.
No, that's fine.
Then
I think Divya leveled up.
and then Dibby was telling me that he had leveled up. Is that true, Dibia? Do you have something to share with the class?
Oh yeah, I was just looking at spells. I don't really like. There's only one thing I need to actually add to my sheet other than just swapping one spell out and adding another. And that's my thing. That's just like, hey, yeah, as an action, I can just disappear from the world and go to the astral plane to cast 2 spells on myself.
Out of curiosity, how much experience is Tala worth?
I don't know. I guess I could find out how to rate failure character experience, or I could just count it as like a CR blank monster. So I guess like a CR6 or 7.
My
What do
death
you guys-
invalidates the devil contract. He's going to come after you right.
What if there
Why
never
would it
was
do
a
that?
devil?
I guess it wouldn't matter then.
Yeah, I forget, Tyler. I forget, Durgan, your character is supposed to be like a follower of that one, like, drow person that betrayed Lolth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a lore video about that. It says, like, all followers of her immediately just burst into smoke when they die and just disappear.
Come Moonlight. There you go. It's a lot better than becoming a servant of law.
So let's see. So your new experience thing you have to reach is 23,000. Let's change that on your token while I have it in mind. All right. So you also get to roll for hit points.
I'll be right
right.
So as usual, your roll, my roll.
Roll them bones.
I'll make a roll. It was a D8, wasn't it?
You can just get your hit dice.
I believe Horlocks are 8, yes.
So your roll,
That's-
my roll.
I feel like mine's safe. I'll go with mine.
I didn't see a roll.
I had to GM turned on from last week.
I turned it
Oh.
on just now so that I could roll your hit dice as well. When I
Oh,
roll on
okay.
your sheets, you guys can't see it.
Okay.
I roll lots of stuff.
Yeah, I rolled a 5. So.
Yeah.
Or
I
I
rolled a
rolled a
4.
6. But, my -1
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Constitution.
I rolled 4 total. So you worked your
So-
way into 1 additional health point.
Yay!
So, like you were saying, so you can grab a new spell of choice up to 3rd level. Correct.
Yeah. I was bouncing between either Summon Lesser Demons or Hypnotic Pattern. Leaning towards Hypnotic Pattern.
Let's see. So you are a Volos thing. No, you are a Xanathos thing.
And UA, the Faithful.
You're the Seeker.
Yeah.
Astral Refuge. Okay, let's just copy and paste this in. So for Carney and Rusty, just one thing. There was a change to Roll20 while you guys were gone. Now, when you go to your spell sheet, you can now open previews of your spells.
Yes, the information dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine were open. I closed them real quick just to
Yeah,
make sure my
default
account.
they're open.
Okay.
Which is kind of dumb, but yeah.
Yeah, Roll20 doesn't make a lot of smart choices.
Well, I'll take your word for it as a barbarian.
Barbarian.
I'll give you a spell. You can have wish spell.
He immediately wishes himself out of the two.
He didn't say he had spell slots.
I wish I was somewhere else.
Congratulations, Asmodeus's fortress.
There you go. I have added your Astral Refuge feature.
Huzzah! I can hide outside of space and time now.
Astral Refudge.
Yeah, Astral Refudge. You get fudge. Your patron, your patron's like, "Oh, hey, kiddo," hands you some fudge, pats you on the head.
I have a really lame version of King Crimson.
And then like, "Okay, champ, get out of here," and like, like slaps you on the back and sends you back to reality. Go get him, champ.
Yeah.
A little dumber. You got a little dumber as we went.
He gets a defective sword of warning. I warned you.
That be a cursed sword of warning?
No, it literally says defective.
Ah.
But again, did you mess up your experience again?
Ask yourself that question slowly and listen to yourself asking.
I know. I just don't know because he has 1,200 more experience than the next closest person.
If he did, it was a while back because he leveled up ahead of us earlier. Like back in the bar.
I choose to ignore it. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I didn't have too much planned. It's been such a busy time recently. Just trying to get so we got experience handled. We got the mysterious bag taken care of. We got a sword taken care of. I don't think there was any other loot that got messed with there. I don't think
Other
I
than
missed
that
any
pile
experience
of
because we
10,000 platinum coins, right? Other than that
there
thing we found.
was 3 distinct encounters. We got all of those. Okay. So then on top of that, you'll see Belly sort of like snap out of it for a second, kind of like look around and see that you guys are still here. I was just thinking about it. The experience is kind of cool. I like it. You see, she kind of like looks around and she kind of like stares at Cassius for a second. Maybe taking it away seems more fun, but you know. And of course, as you might have noticed, some of the things you got were real. She kind of like looks around and like looks at the sword, looks at like stares at Sky for a second, looks at Ta'ala. Herpes counts.
Wait, where did he get the herpes from?
That's my question.
From Giga Gorilla.
The discharge resembles a black pudding.
Probably from the black pudding. It wasn't a toilet, you know.
And but I think we can do just a little tiny bit more on top of that. And so you see, she sort of like she like pats her paw against the chair, and you see her eyes sort of like blank out for a second. Like they don't roll into the back of her head. It's just like her eyes just sort of like blank out, they go white as if they're somewhere else. And you feel this sort of like light tremor sensation, a light sort of like rumbling. And you sort of like some of you will turn like to the door and you'll see the ground sort of like wobbling and sort of like shaking, jiggling almost, and you'll see like it dips down like way under the door as if like settling down, and you see this like little lump sort of like this parcel being sort of like trudged along the floor as if it's like skidding along the surface, and it just sort of like it comes and like slides to a stop right here in the center. But I think we can do a little bit more, like I was saying. And there's a little extra couple goodies in there for you guys.
Sky will check it out.
This guy, so you step forward, you open up the bag, and you notice like immediately like a bunch of glittering objects. So inside the bag is with Logston to the Shadow Realm.
There's a crossbow dips.
It's not that big of a bag.
What do you say, Tyler? Don't worry.
So, in the bag, there are, well, the first thing, like at top of the bag, it is a fairly decent sized bag, is a massive pile of what seems to be glass vials with a faintly shimmering red liquid inside of it that to most of you will look rather familiar. In total, there are enough healing potions for each of you to get 3.
Hooray!
That's good.
Lesser healing, made
Standard healing potion. I think it goes healing, then greater healing. I don't think there's like lesser.
Potion of
Because-
lesser healing. You gain a hit point.
Yeah, a hit point. No, you get a temporary hit point.
I have potion of lesser healing in my inventory. That's why I was asking.
That's fine. Just make 3 more of those. You dumb.
Potion of lesser healing. It's actually empty.
It's actually empty here. Someone pre-drank your potion, Cassius. That's why it's like that.
Heal yourself with the power of wishful thinking.
And then, on top of that, so once Sky is like reached inside and like divvied out potions to everyone, taking 3 for herself, I imagine. You notice now, Sky, a few more glinting objects. These ones much more familiar to people around. Although strangely minted, with a figure that you hadn't quite expected to see. The somewhat profiled visage of the hooded figure you've been seeing throughout the dungeon.
Amble bucks.
Holy crap, it's Apple.
Amble printed his own Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Everybody gets some fun bucks on me.
Apple's a libertarian. He's crazy.
But after a little bit of inspection and a little bit of sort of assuasions by Belly, you can tell that they are in fact real gold coins. Enough in total for each of you to be able to add 150 gold coins to your inventory.
Betcha.
Oh god. I had to add stuff to Thor's inventory, and Jesus Christ.
Is he bogged right back down?
He's carrying 225 pounds of stuff.
Well, the thing is, he doesn't know he can't carry that much.
Oh, he can't carry that much. But it's just like, oh god. 144 pounds of it is bear meat. Oh no, he's out of bear meat. That's right, he's slowly cooked. He's got 5 cracked finger bones.
Has reasons.
Why does he have those?
It might make good soup stock later.
Going to curse Tala.
For some reason, he had them set at 5 pounds a piece.
Maybe
They
they're
were-
big finger bones.
They were from giants in the mountains.
But then he has a 4-foot femur bone. That might have actually been from something giant. He had it at 0 pounds. I don't know what
Giant
that was.
had
We need to review
very
what
brittle
we've been
bones.
killing.
Well, it's just
It was 90% bandits though.
We learned today, Albin is a cannibal. Don't eat anything he gives you.
Well, yeah, I mean, we kind of figured that out. Alvin would eat anything.
Yeah, as long as none of us develop rickets.
If you started shaking, it's because you ate brain.
No rickets and we're not possessed by wendigos? Whatever.
I don't know. I feel a strange hatred towards the French and have the strangest desire to eat somebody.
man. So like when it came to like collecting parts of the bullet, did just Thor's just get everything?
I'm pretty sure, yes. Like, he wanted the armor made, he wanted to cook the meat. Like, and I was only there for the tail end of all that.
by God, I'm looking at this like this abomination of an inventory that he has.
Is it like that time that you logged into my WoW account and saw my bank?
Kinda, yeah.
Okie dokie.
Well, a lot of stuff. It's like he's got a lot of stuff in his inventory that he has like set to like 0 amount left, but he doesn't just remove it. Well, he'll be like, he's got like wild berries, and he's got it set to 0, and it's like,
I'm kind of wondering what I ever did to have silver pieces.
sometimes they reward silver pieces, or you'll loot silver pieces and split it amongst yourselves.
Oh yeah, but it's just like I have 370 gold pieces, but only 2 silver pieces.
What the hell is that? I'm trying to get rid of that. I don't know what I have blank.
The gods were feeling creative when they named that weapon.
He's still carrying like a pile of spider legs from
How much damage does it do?
Dark Mental. You actually can't click it to see.
I just have a blank freaking spot I'm trying to get rid of.
Oh, Thor's had a healing potion this whole time, so I guess now he's got 3 more.
Oh yeah, Carney, I actually remembered my racial abilities, like, for once. It wasn't the lucky thing, though. It was, when me and Narissa were invisible and, like, the wizard was, Noke was about to close the tower door. Narissa couldn't fit by him, but because of my fucking halfling nimbleness, I was able to, like, go by while I was invisible. And just open the door back up.
It's an underestimated feature, being able to pass through enemies.
Yeah. I mean, it's really good when there's narrow doors.
Okay, so I just want to check. Everybody has their 3 potions. Everyone had a 350 gold.
Yes.
Yep.
Correct.
Thor's is now over his carrying capacity. Cool. So no more loot for Thor's.
That's
now
how we got the
find out
dolly.
Those gold coins are actually magical gold coins enchanted to eat other gold coins.
They're actually bugs covered in gold plating, and you can boil them.
Tasty.
Or how did that chapter go, Ilthus, with the treasure bugs?
They want you to loot them so that they can sort of bite you and sort of sip your blood like weird mosquitoes.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember exactly how they cooked them. I thought they, like, treated them like clams or something. I couldn't remember, though. That chapter was so
Yeah,
long ago.
they kind of did. They steamed them and then cracked them open or something. Okay. All right. So outside of that, sorry, I just finished adding stuff to Thor's inventory. I had to break out the calculator app. So on top of that, so that's when Belly would sort of start to like look at you guys kind of expectantly, her eyes wide and like shining. She stares with like a very particular interest at the party.
How do we
That was
open the
pretty
last
fun.
door?
As if she's kind of waiting for you to ask something. As to all it means to ask something. So what were you saying, Durgan?
Actually, I reversed myself. What is with his strange obsession with slimes, and how do we open the last door?
So with that, you see her eyes sort of like her eyes sort of turn to stare at Ta'ala, and then her head like follows like a moment after. What do you mean? She says, and her face now sort of like betraying an actual curiosity.
The gelatinous cubes, the slimes pouring out of everything. Actually, wait a minute. Is any of this even real?
You see her kind of like look around as if like trying to like drive a point home. She kind of like, you see her eyes sort of like very slowly scan from side to side, back again, and then back to you. If you touch the wall, you can touch it, and you're standing on the ground.
I look at Tala the same way, like, fucking Alvin looked at Sky whenever. This whole place is an illusion.
I double back on my practical question. How do we open the final door?
Well, there's 2 more doors.
Yeah. There's what I
Okay.
lost and what I really am left.
What he really is a worshiper of Dewey Blix and a awkward student.
It's what I really am and what I lost or what I tried to forget.
What did he try to forget? How about we ask that?
Probably the death of his family, maybe.
So with that, you see Belly sort of like, she's still sort of like looking around the room, and as you sort of ask that final question, you see her eyes sort of like freeze and like slowly turn to stare at you. That's an interesting question, actually. You see your eyes sort of like, you can like, you know how like a cat's pupil sort of like dilate, like sort of like you can picture it. And you see her eyes sort of like go a little bit wider, like turning into like sort of like full, almost full circles as she looks at you, rather expectantly. Her eyes sort of like sparkling, and the magical flame that lights the room. Would you like to find out?
Maybe. I guess the better question is, are you a devil and would you like to make a deal?
You can shut
how
your
about
hole.
we just find out. That would be pretty great.
You are no longer litter. Quit asking questions.
You see,
You're no longer allowed to talk.
it's like to all ask. You see Belly sort of like, yes. What would you like to bargain?
Fucking long ear.
We're offering the paladin.
You see Belly sort of like her eyes like flick to Cassius and like back over. All right, in exchange for what?
Open the rest of the doors and let us out the tomb. You can have them. All of them. Devour his soul.
I'm sorry, he's a moron.
Nothing that breaks the rules. You know how this goes. What else?
How about you take the drow, what we want you a meal, and you give us just a high five. That's all we ask for, a high five.
Like
Could
Belly sort of
we possibly receive a clue as to the next step in the direction of our quest in this dungeon?
right. So you see Belly, she sort of like quickly like, sort of like turns to Cassius and she goes, deal. And she like raises her paw up into the air.
I give it a high five.
And with that, she sort of like you feel like a little cat paw sort of like brush against your palm. And then she puts her hand down and like turns to Felk. So does that mean you want to know?
Yes.
I am curious as to see what is next in this labyrinthine place.
All right then. If you're curious, at least, I think there might be something I can do. But I can't promise it'll be easy. And I can't promise it'll be safe. But, she says, as the room begins to grow a little gloomier around you, the lights slowly fading away.
Here we go again.
I think I can help you find what it is that you need to know.
Can we take a nap and have a hot meal first?
With
No,
that, the
the
room
mood's already
begins to
set.
fade away. You feel as if you're standing on some sort of surface, but you can't see the ground at your feet. As if a void has consumed the world around you. You can see yourself. You can see each other, if you're able. But otherwise, everything seems to be gone.
Even with Devil Sight?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, why not? Well, it only lets you see through darkness, so yes, it would be still be a void for you. But You see you hear the voice sort of like trailing out, as if it's echoing around you, moving through space in a way that feels uncomfortable, as if it's moving like in a circle around you, coming from everywhere and nowhere. What would you like to do to find out? What would you do to find out?
Hmm.
And no rush for an answer, because it might be a little bit of an early night. Hopefully not.
I already said what I wanted. A nap and a hot
Yeah,
meal.
but the question is, what would we do to find out?
Yeah, Durgan,
Comb through his memories again. What else?
those weren't his memories that we went through last time, dude.
Well, actually comb through his
Also,
memories.
the nap and the hot meal thing, like, think back. Like, we got all of our equipment and our spell slots and our health back at the start of the last one. Like, just roll with the simulations as they come.
If he created this, and we'll go with the theory that what we just did was a, you know, poorly written.
A slimulation.
Yes.
In the end, what difference does it make? Like, a lot of real results came out of it. Oh yeah, I forget, were the coins the last thing out of the bag that we were looting off the floor?
Yeah, potions and coins.
Okay, making sure. It's like I forgot what was said after, like, the sorting of Albin's bags.
Kind of thing. What
What
is that?
would we do? Let's see here. So we didn't receive any kind of token to let us know the like a key or something for the next door. Congratulations, you passed this. Now here's a little token. Figure it out, kind of thing.
We got a bunch of, like, information about Amble himself. Like, he was
Ah.
apparently not a very remarkable wizard. He had, like, he had some interesting shit about him. The thing Durgan was talking about was just, like, the wizard in the simulation was just like, oh yeah, he could just channel a find familiar spell into a slime and then just kind of make the slime into whatever he wanted, like, as a familiar. And, like, stuff like that. How he was kind of hooked on slimes and used them to get through tests and stuff in the school they went to together. But he was never well known for doing much of anything. He was just kind of a normal guy back then, like a slightly above average student that never really did much. And it's like once she started talking about him, what we were pretty sure was actually Amble just kind of got up and started walking away. So, I mean, I was thinking maybe, he wanted to try and forget his past or his mundanity. I don't know. I didn't know. I thought we might go try the door, like, with, see about a wrong answer or two. But, uh, I'm honestly just trying to think of, like, a way to say something.
What was the question? What will we do?
Yeah,
What
what
would you
we
do to find out what you need?
It's kind of vague.
And you were also told that she couldn't promise you'd be safe. And that she couldn't promise it would be easy. Yeah, out of character. Just talking to you guys as players. What this is kind of going to be is me trying to figure out what the next little mini thing we're going to be doing is.
If it's something he regrets, I mean, would it not be a simulation of what went down?
It doesn't have to be.
It could literally just be something that would lead us to the information. Like we
In this
could
simulation,
find
you got to
someone
meet
that
the wizard
knows.
Shinebright.
I was just thinking like maybe track down his other classmates.
Not a bad idea.
You know, in hindsight, feel like it probably would have been a good idea to ask Shinebright what school they went to together. In case one of us would have known anything about it.
This guy's just good at butter. I wish you could just ask him directly.
Well, I mean, you can just like literally just talk amongst yourselves about what kind of adventure you'd want to go on. Really, what kind of risks are you willing to take?
Hey, right now?
It'll tonight might be a short session because this was a holiday season. So like I've had no time to do anything really Dungeons and Dragons other than plan out what kind of rewards you guys would get, and even then I didn't have experience. So.
Goblins. Goblins.
Gablins. That's what I would do. I'd be willing to fight gablins for information.
Goblins.
Gabelins. In your little kitty cat's heart of hearts, do you think this motley group that stand before you is ready for the next door? Or do you think we shall come back another day when
Late
we
now.
become stronger?
Little late now.
Yeah, it's not really like a worry, a concern of strength. It's just trying to figure out what you need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you guys have, you're effectively trying to find information.
I have an idea. If we're trying to find information, let's actually have the thing be about something like that. We're trying to find a book or something.
Point us to the next clue in order to open the next door.
Like some treasure that has the information we need. Yeah, it would be a treasure hunt.
We have to find the dagger that'll lead us through the Death Star.
Well, that's what I got.
Oh, it was under the desk the whole time. Here it is.
Oh wait, no, we have to find the coin to find the dagger to lead us into the Death Star so we know where Palpatine is. I mean Amble.
You know that? Did you read the script? What's that over there? Is that the script?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my suggestion is a treasure hunt.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You guys
I
did so
go-
good finding the blue shell crab before.
The what?
Let's bring
What?
Oh yeah, you weren't there for that. We did not find a blue shell crab. Instead, we got stuck on an adventure fighting underwater serpent creatures, where we decided instead of helping the mer people, we'd sleep in the closet.
You don't remember that. Shut up.
God,
Alvin told me.
my idea was just something like that. It was one of the fucking movies on Best of the Worst where they like track down guy for information, guy gets shot as they're talking to him. Track down other guy for information, guy gets shot.
Oh, that's right. And,
Trying to find
and
Amble's old classmates and shit.
part of the review was saying how like the universe, the pattern would take over. It's like, oh hey, welcome to our work site. Now I have to fight you now, said Jack.
Can I just go back to
I was
harassing
thinking
that
if
gnome
that
at
happened
the
to
bar?
us, it'd probably just be us killing people.
So with that, you hear Belly sort of like you almost like feel her kind of nodding along, and then you hear this sound, sort of like as if it like fades in from the distance and then slowly grows in strength. A strong wind begins to blow around you. A treasure hunt. I like that. But what style should we go for? The wind begins to blow around you, intense and strong.
On a boat? We're going for a treasure island, obviously.
At first, it begins to grow with this strange, mild humidity, a coolness to the air. You can smell salt and brine, and feel an almost shaking sensation as if the ground slowly shifts from side to side rhythmically beneath you. Perhaps this will work. Or maybe you feel it sort of like fall back. The smells, the sensations, the shaking sort of fade away. The wind grows dry and warm, and then hot, for it feels as if it's scalding against your skin. A white hot intensity, the sun shining down with an unmitigated presence. You as if you almost have to like cringe away, your eyes squinting from a light that you can't see as you stand, the air almost impossibly dry around
I'm
you.
leaning towards this.
No,
Or
You just
no,
want
or
that
maybe.
pyramid, don't you?
not Agrabah.
And then again, the heat fades away. The sensation of your sun on your skin fades. The wind remains ever present. Then it sets in again. Now this almost noxious humidity. You
Not
feel as if you
Florida.
can almost taste the air.
We're not ready for Florida.
Florida, please, God, no, don't send me back to.
That JonTron skit. Is that what Florida looks like? Oh my god.
God, if I wanted,
Homeless face eaters.
God, if I wanted to go back home, like I'd just go face my arrest warrants.
As you begin to feel this almost like noxious humidity, as if the air itself is a palpable thing, you can almost feel the wind slapping against your skin. And with it, this smell like rotting vegetation. You feel a cool moisture begin to spread up your feet. First at your heels, this dampness, and then it feels as if you begin to sink into it. This thick, viscous muck slowly sliding up to about midway up your calves.
Oh God, the
For-
pudding fell.
For Felku and Charlie, it'd be almost knee height. You'd feel the moisture, this sloshing sensation. You'd
Oh,
hear
it starts feeling
sounds of
nostalgic.
small insects in the distance. Or maybe this one.
I twang my.
I lean over to
banjo before it
Felku.
fades away.
I lean over to Felku. Hey, little buddy, if you pissed your pants, you can hide in my backpack.
And then all at once, the wind stops. The air is back to the standard almost room temperature you come to expect.
As we
Yeah, correct.
freezing, we're on a mountain. Baylog.
Perhaps. Which of those seems the most interesting?
The boat.
Or perhaps the most inviting?
The desert.
Question: was the smelly, rotting veggie place? Did it smell familiar to me?
You got a familiar vibe, but there was far too much moisture for what you're used to.
More swamp than jungle.
The boat.
And so you can type in the chat which one you're considering. And you don't have to hurry. Because like I said, we're not jumping to anything right away.
What were our options again?
So there was sea air, or there was salty air, and a feeling of there was an ocean, a swamp, and a desert.
Pick the boat. Nobody wants Florida.
That one's too big. I'm going to Florida. I'm noticing.
I'm not going back, man. Can't make me.
Ocean. Pick the boat. Treasure Island.
Shut up. My character's the one that's basically from Florida.
Nobody wants John to be in charge of making us go to his place for Dungeons.
It's hot. It's humid. It's full of tortoises.
Oh, that's true. Full circle. Fireball is the answer to everything. We could blow up the ocean.
So Josh voted for desert, obviously.
Make your kid vote for your choice, damn it.
What are you thinking, Durgan?
Durgan, pick one.
Do you want to go to Florida or do you want to go to LA?
You can pick ocean and tie everything up.
Yeah, make it.
Pick
I vote
swamp.
Washington D.C. We gotta go to the swamp.
We'll have to do the thing where it's like, three people said this one, three people said that one. We're doing the third choice.
Welcome to Florida.
Durgan, damn it, vote. Son of a vote for boat.
We're not exactly in a hurry. Because I'm actually going to pick of a few. I just thought of like a few ones that I have available.
Oh God, yes. Half our parties in heavy, or two are parties in heavy armor. Let's go to the dead.
Sucks be you.
We could go to
Durgan, you're an idiot. You don't know why? Sunlight, you dipshit. You're a drow.
Got a hat. I'm good.
Deserts have
No, it's not how
nighttime.
it works. It's not how it works, stupid.
That's like saying, Durgan, you picked the bottom of the ocean. Why'd you pick that? I've got a bottle of air. We're fine.
There's also CT. Tell me.
It says sunlight sensitivity unless
It's
you're
not
wearing a hat.
Florida. It's California.
Yeah, or Arizona.
Why do you think I stick in his pack so much? I hate the sun.
Arizona it is.
We're going to Thor's house.
Ooh, I've got a really good one for you guys, actually.
Lay it up.
Maybe Debbie will finally get his cursing mummy that he's been wanting.
Cursing mummy?
Curse.
All right, let me
Okay, fine. I'm fine with this now.
Did you forget why I wanted to go to a desert?
Here, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and then I've got another option for you guys, or not another option, another choice for you guys to make.
I can't wait for the mummy to look at Tala and be like, I can't do anything to that. Rest of you curse. You're already too cursed, Tala.
Oh yeah, something kind of random. Last week, I stream them to my YouTube channel, so it just uploads the VODs automatically, and it's like there was a fucking random comment on last week's one by some rapper I had never heard of. And all he did was comment a phone emoji and something else, and it's just like, what was that supposed to be? Go to look at his channel, and all it is like a bunch of music videos.
You guys were wanting to tomorrow or something, we can play. Let's try that Civ 5 again. This time without random.
Ooh, Civ
people.
5. Man, I haven't played that in a while.
I meant 6. Civ 6.
If you're gonna go old school, do Civ 4.
I don't have Civ 4.
4 was the best one.
Shut up, Jurgen.
4 owns.
Yeah,
You don't like 4,
5 and 6.
play Civ 6. This time I have it all set up already. Private game. So there won't be any repeats of people who actually know how to play this game.
That is a great link, buddy Josh.
Oh yeah, he put out another edition to that recently. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, it was him going back to the middle of that campaign to stuff he forgot. Like, 'cause all of his NPCs betrayed the party, like just every single time.
It's in your future, Divya.
So piss him off.
I'll do what I want.
So then we are done then tonight?
I said he was coming back with another choice for us to make, because he
Oh,
had remembered something. But effectively, like all
Gotcha.
the actual like gameplay, I'm pretty sure is over for now.
We're gonna go and get a choice. We get to go march through the desert, or we start at the tomb. Or
In all honesty, Durgan, I feel like Charlie is Meatwad and Ta'ala is Shake.
Curse!
Go ahead, Ta'ala. Piss him off.
freaking
This make
we
now.
walk
Now I'm thinking
in.
of Ghostbusters. Go get him, Ray.
2 seconds in, we're in. There's like a big sign that pretty much says "Do not touch." Tala just grabs.
We find the lair of a blue dragon. Go get him, Ta'ala.
Sweet, sweet canopic jar is full of organs. You can get a
Oh, I'm
fortune.
absolutely going to be looking around if we find some sort of cursed tomb, because I need to understand. I got to study curses so I can break the one that I accidentally let loose back.
If you have
no.
all the curses, eventually you'll be able to like to figure it out.
What curse did you unleash? This is news to me.
Why do you think I'm crying black bloody tears?
I didn't know you were.
That was literally the first thing Yiltis said about his character when he was introduced to us.
I thought that was normal kobold behavior.
Yeah, I mean, my character knows nothing about kobolds.
Wait. You said I'm the racist? You just assumed kobolds cry black tears, Durgan? Wow.
Oh, maybe that's normal.
Didn't Durgan like fight a whole bunch of kobolds?
I
Other
wasn't
than
exactly checking their tear
other than
ducts.
the red bloody stuff
know-
that gushed out of their body.
I just
So-
realized this is the first adventure this group's gone on, pretty much.
Let's see. What is
this
Pat
group,
Lee's-
because the group, the original group's only got like 2 people left from it.
So yeah, it's pretty much like none of us knew, other than Tala, none of us know what fought kobolds, or maybe I have. I mean, I can't.
Albert smashed a lot of their eggs. I'll tell you that much.
Like, we fought kobolds. We have a kobold egg back in the cart.
Oh God. Gonna
Because
eat
we
Satan's
were
meat.
teasing Felku about it.
I have no problems. Other
No.
kobolds are competition. They are not from my tribe.
His tribe.
But
They
yeah,
are not from my pack.
I was gonna say a minute ago, fucking Felku's just like a lizard reenactment of Legend of Earthsea.
Right now, you are my pack mates.
But only one of you can fit in the pack.
Falco's
just
the
you.
Gul'dan of
Do not be a
kobolds.
smartass.
Oh yeah, that kind of reminds me. We were thinking about using that mimic skin to try and make armor that Felku can wear with his wild shapes, right?
Yeah, that was one of the possibilities Yothis threw out.
Yeah.
Because, it's like, while no one was looking, I did an animal handling check and, like, managed to salvage some mimic skin from mimics we've fought earlier, and it's just like, I just wasn't entirely sure what we could do with it. But
I just thought that would be neat.
yeah,
That's
hey,
hella neat.
it's one of the more interesting possibilities.
Just have the armor just change with you.
Yeah. Or like a special set of armor in general that would just fit anyone in the party that needed it. But that would get kind of annoying
I
after a while.
change into a dinosaur that looks like a desk. I change into a dinosaur that looks like a big book. It's called a thesaurus.
Uh,
Are you sure you're not the dad here?
He's the one that told me it. Thesaurus.
Ah. I was gonna say, Josh, go get them to have a DNA test. Oh shit, they're twins, right?
Just gonna log on to Burial, I'll log into WoW, kick out Cardi and Rusty for that.
That was a good joke.
Don't be a hater,
It was a
Taryn.
good dad joke.
it was certainly a joke.
It was a joke, yes.
Don't make me read sub.
What?
That's the trouble with Florida.
Filled with Floridians.
Poor Iltis.
Oh, but what do you guys think? Do you think I should take, summon lesser demons to wreak havoc with, or do you think I should take hypnotic pattern to have a seat?
Demons. Flat out demons.
Okay, what can you summon with the summon lesser demon?
I have to roll a d6, and if I roll a 1 or 2, I summon 2 demons of challenge rating 1 or lower that the DM picks. The DM picks like what demon it is, no matter which thing I get. But if I
Okay.
roll a 3 or 4, I summon 4 demons of challenge rating 1/2 or lower. And if it's a 5, you kind of get the pattern by now. If it's 5 or 6, it's
Yeah.
8 demons of 1/4 or lower.
Definitely pick that because the more fodder we can throw at bad guys, the less they hit.
Don't you not control those?
Yes, I do not control these at all. I think with Greater Demon later on, I can control that, but yeah, reading the spell some more. The demons are hostile to all creatures, including you. Roll initiative for the summoned demons
Oh,
as a
fuck
group.
no then.
Yeah. Like Greater Demon would be cool, like if I can control that. But I think they do also
Get
get
hypnotic
like a.
pattern.
Yeah, I'll put in hypnotic pattern in a second then, because that I can just
Summon greater demons better. You can at least summon a Balgura or something and
yeah.
break.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So they just told me about the mimic skin. I would love to be a giant dinosaur that looks like a huge ass book. It's called a thesaurus.
Cardi loses a level.
Fuck.
Minus 50 experience. Minus 50 DKP.
Minus 3 HP. The blood hemorrhages from your eyes.
So let's see here. So I promised us just a little bit more before we're done for the night, because I've got a pretty neat idea that I need to start reading stuff.
That sounds good.
I feel tired already. Actually, I never mind. We're done with D&D, guys, forever.
Okay.
What's the alternative option?
I'm so tired.
Dip tonight then. Yay.
But. You hear Belly sort of like interrupt as the world begins to sort of like shift away beneath your feet, as if blown away. But like with a snap, like everything comes back to like solidity, basically. Feel as if you're standing on a stone surface again, but still in the black void from before. I think, and she says that you can almost feel her eyes sort of like roaming around you guys, like the like picture the Cheshire cat eyes, like from Alice in Wonderland. I think it might be a little tough on some of you. Let's take a moment to reconsider, or to consider once again where it is you've chosen to go. I need 3 of you to step forward.
Yo.
I am curious. I will step forward.
I will too.
Sky, Falku, Tala. Or you could take the mystery box. It could be anything.
It could even be a boat.
Ooh, mystery box. Mystery box. Mystery box. Mystery
What's
box.
in the mystery box?
Gotta know.
Flyers tickets. Shit.
I'm not going to offer anything miraculous. Nothing too fanciful. But for the sake of the adventure ahead, I am willing to, and you can almost feel like the gaze sort of like shift away, as if it's staring at something else. How should I say? Tip the scales a little. I'll let the three of you each pick a piece of mundane equipment to bring along. Consider where you're going, and then present your answer to me. Type it into the chat, and your answer will be final. But mundane equipment to bring along on your adventure.
Monday.
So what are we typing in the chat? The piece of equipment?
Yeah, something that you're bringing, non-magical, to bring along to the choice, which was a desert.
This is our naked and afraid moment, guys. Get it right.
This is your
God,
naked and afraid
I
moment.
wish I
And
had
it-
said
like I
something
said,
because I immediately had an idea, but they stepped
it is
forward.
Durgan, Sky, and Falcon.
There you go.
All right, and Sky, to actually save the party's life.
There you go.
Um,
A cart full of water.
Okay.
No, everyone shut up.
it has to be a single thing, right?
Effectively.
Well, I can't just do what Durgan said and just have like a cart full of water skins.
You could ask for a barrel of water, or you could. I would even let you go so far as to ask for like a small cart with a barrel of water. Like a very small like pull cart, but your call.
You know what?
Paladin can pull it as far
Sure.
as I'm concerned.
We'll do it that.
But you have to put it in the chat.
In the
specifically.
Marines, we call it a water buffalo.
Does that mean we have to pierce his nose as well? Might be to sedate him first.
All right, so it's going to be a small-ish cart. Let's see. Now, keep in mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 20 gallons, which is 167 pounds of water.
Okay.
Oh, I thought this was an item we're supposed to have on us.
No,
No,
you're
like a piece
asking
of like
for-
mundane equipment.
Oh, shit.
But okay, so boom. So I'll work in that you guys have those things.
You can already re-roll.
I'll stick with what I got.
Yeah, if you I mean, if you legitimately misunderstood, you can just I don't have anything against it. I mean, I said your answers would be final, but I mean, if it doesn't really help if you misunderstood.
No, I'll stick with what I got. If I can supercharge my druidic focus, that'd be awesome.
Well, it's just like you literally already have that.
It's in addition to what we have already. You could, ask for a donkey and pull the cart. No, it's actually a camel. But,
Well, it's going to be a hand cart, so you have to really.
I mean, we do have 2 barbarians on the team. And a dwarf.
2 barbarians?
It's just
Oh,
you.
Thog's not going to be there.
Yeah, Jimmy's out of the game. His token was just here from when we were in this room.
He was a slime. Just like everything else.
Somebody cast fireball on him. Killed the shapeshifter.
Jimmy was a Cylon!
I'm a Cylon. Yep, I'm a Cylon.
Lycos was a Cylon!
This was also I'm a cyclone with working lady parts. Okie dokie. All right, cool. So I've got 3 places in mind now. Shoot. Okay.
Just roll dice.
I have to. Well, I remember 3 choices, and I need to see how well they fit for what you guys are kind of looking for. So I have to read through them and pick among them. Yeah. Okay. Good. Ocean would have been harder. Well, harder in the sense that I would have had one choice, and if it didn't work too well, I would have had to start changing stuff. But I mean,
I was really hoping one of them would say a tent.
okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah. So next week we're gonna start our next Belly adventure. Bella Venture at Belly. Okay. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So yeah, but for tonight, guys, we're gonna call it here, so that John can pretend to be prepared next week.
Ah, plenty of time to get ready. That means I can put it off till tomorrow.
Ad infinitum until next Saturday when I scramble to read through 3 adventures before D&D, and then make maps while I'm talking to you guys while stalling. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta run to the bathroom or something. All right, cool. And yeah, we're gonna come back in and we are gonna slay this kings and queens. Yes.
I forget, how do you delete a spell from your spell list?
There's a little lock icon at the bottom left.
Yeah, you unlock it and trash can it.
Bottom right. See the little lock icon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, because I was gonna replace spider climb with fly.
Can fly through the desert.
Yeah, why not?
They both need spells, but it just comes down to what you're trying to get out of them.
Yeah, but eventually I'll be able to upcast fly, so...
Until you get eaten by a rock-sized vulture.
I mean, for Charlie, it just needs to be a slightly larger than average vulture.
It doesn't need to be. It could be a regular vulture.
He's just like, look, guys, I can fly. A big bird just swoops down and grabs it. A peregrine, a peregrine falcon slams into him.
I mean, he was already.
And fly away.
He was already made a member of the food chain once already.
Falcon got me, and now I'm prey.
And that's why they wear a glove.
Yeah, Charlie would be like, don't worry, guys, I'll be fine. I have a glove. I'll attack that one. God damn.
The world of Hobbit falconry is kind of dangerous.
Yeah, no.
Hobbit falconry is called pigeon keeping.
At least the pigeons won't eat me.
Yeah, the pigeons.
Oh god, no!
Yeah, they prefer to use sparrowhawks.
Pigeons are weirdly aggressive little things. Most birds are, but pigeons are just kind of mean-spirited.
I was still working in the city. I remember a particularly fat pigeon that was always in possession of Cheetos for some reason.
Probably knew a guy.
The first time I saw it, it just had this giant ass Cheeto that was like longer than one of my fingers
Maybe someone was feeding it Cheetos.
on a fairly regular basis because I kept seeing this particular pigeon with Cheetos.
Yeah, it doesn't really take much. And if you're just kind of like at work, you just
Maybe the
kinda, like,
pigeon just went and bought a bag of Cheetos.
birds are smart enough to show up like if someone's at a lunch break consistently, a bird's smart enough to kind of just show up and be there.
Look, I would not put it past the bird to be smart enough to gather enough spare change to go pay the little bodega owner for a bag of fucking Cheetos.
Well, I mean, I would.
At least they're not seagulls. Those things are rats with wings.
If all the seagulls disappeared, I don't think anyone would miss them.
Oh my god, I love videos where it's like seagulls like walking into like corner stores and like grabbing a bag of chips and like running out the door. I live for that stuff. It's fucking
The thug life one.
precious. Yeah. Just like the look on their like little face as they like run out of the room.
I can't go to prison again.
They won't catch me.
I watched one steal an entire burger from my mom once. That was pretty funny. Also, this is a news reporting in Aussie land, apparently. Could be England, I don't know.
I mean, look, like it just kind of like casually walks into the store, walks up.
Looks around a little bit.
No one's stopping it.
It just kind of like scoots away.
It knows what it likes, too. It goes right for that tangy cheese flavor.
Yeah, it picks a flavor.
Those look like fucking Cheetos. God damn it.
Alrighty, I'm out, guys. Have a good one.
Good night.
And I'd sleep tight.
Have a nice night, you guys. Better leaving.
Okay, think I got him put in, right?
Hitting us with two belly scenes.